Hey everyone, Kwame here. Welcome back to another video. Thank you for checking out today's video. Today, as you see by the title, we're going to do an overview of Snapseed. Now, Snapseed is my favorite photo editing app, and it's made by Google. It works on iOS and Android, and it's totally free. This is what I consider Photoshop Lite or Photoshop Elements. You know, it's a great photo editing app that can edit raw images on your iPad or Android device. This will also work on Chromebooks that support Android apps. So the number one thing you're gonna have to learn is how to import a picture, and that's really simple. You can just tap anywhere. When you first open it up, you're gonna get this screen, and you're just gonna tap anywhere to open up a picture. Now I'm using the Apple keyboard, so this is, you know, this little red dot is my finger. So you tap here, you can open up a picture, and I'm scrolling with two fingers back and forth, but you would just use one finger to scroll side to side. And let's open up a picture. So this is what you will see once you open up a picture. Now it'll be a little bit different if you have a raw image, but we'll go over that later. But right now, this is what you would see. Now down the right hand side, you will see the filters they're built in, and you can add your own. I'll show you how to do that later on. You will see all the effects that you can do, and then you can see all the ways you can export it. So let's look here. This is all the filters. So these are filters that if you just want to get in, add a quick filter like you can do in VSCO or Instagram or something, but you like a filter that is in Snapseed. Let's say you want to come down here and do this bright, and you're like, oh, I really like that one. Actually, I don't like this one. Let's do this one and see how this looks. Let's say you like this, but you want to see the before and after. If you just long press on the picture, you will see the before and after. So that's one tip right there. Just long press anywhere, and it doesn't matter the screen you're in, it will always show you the before and after. Now if you don't like this picture, this effect or filter, you can just add a different one, and it will change it until you like it. And then once you want to save it, you just hit the check button and it's saved. And again, if you want to see the before and after, you just hold down and you can see before and after. Now let's say you want to tweak this a little bit more. This is where you would come into the editing part here. So in here you have so many different things you can do. If you're just new to Snapseed, you're probably going to use this first line the most, and really going to want to focus on tune image, detail, white balance, and crop. You know, you don't have to worry about curves right now, but I would say get to know these four and you'll be really good. So if you go into tune image, so when you open up image tune, there's a couple of things you can do right away. You can hit auto adjust, and the picture will be automatically adjusted. And again, if you just long press, you can see the before and after. It really didn't do much. Something you'll also notice is right down here you have these little bars. So you press that, this will give you your histogram. So then you can see, if you're someone like me who edits via the histogram, you can see your histogram down there. Now if you wanted to manually adjust this picture, there's a couple ways you can do that. If you come down here and press on adjust, you can see, you know, what you can adjust down here, and you can see when we did auto, this is what the auto adjust did. Now if you just use your finger, you can scroll up and down. I'm using the trackpad here, so you just press down and then you use two fingers to scroll up and down. Also, if you long press on the picture and then start scrolling up and down, it will bring up that same menu. So you don't have to go down there, you can just come down here and do it, and then use your finger to slide it one way or the other, so left and right, to adjust the different elements in the adjustment. So for here, say I want to open up the shadows a little bit on this one, maybe brighten this up overall, and say we want to tone down the highlights a little bit. And then again, if I just one finger press and hold, it will show me the before and after. And then I could say done, and I'm good, and it will bring me back to the screen. Now if I want to do any other adjustments, I would come into the edit button here, press that again, and then adjust, you know, however I want it to do. Now we'll go into more detail in later videos into each one of these. But again, this is just for beginners who just want to, you know, open up Snapseed, start learning the basics, and kind of get out. And once you're here and you're like, oh, I'm done editing. Let's say we just want to do a crop real quick. Say we'll go here, do this crop, and let's say I'm not paying attention, and I say, oh, this is great, but then I crop off his feet. You can always, the nice part with Snapseed, you can always get back, and so there's a couple ways you can do it. You can just come up here and hit undo, and it will undo the last thing you just did. Press here, and if I wanted to redo it, I can redo what I just did. The other way you can do that is, we're gonna undo this. Let's say though I made a mistake in my editing when I was, you know, doing my image tuning. If you go back to tune image, you start over, right? So it doesn't give you the same values that you're at when you edited this the first time. So instead, what you'll have to do is come back up here to this stack and click on view edits, and now you can see all the edits that were done, right? So these here, this portrait, HDRscape, tonal, contrast, and curves, that was done by the preset that we applied when we first opened up Snapseed. The tune image is the effect that we applied. Now if we still had the crop on there, the crop that we applied would be up here, but because we undid it, it's not showing here. Now if I made a mistake in, let's say, the HDRscape, I can come back here, click on this little arrow, and then hit edit, and now I can re-edit just that layer of my picture. So I can say, oh, I want it to look like this, and I want to raise the saturation a little bit more, and then I hit done, and I adjust that layer. But then make sure you go back to the top of your stack, or else if you forget to do that and you just hit back, it will erase these other steps that are ahead of it. And then if you're done, just come in here, go back to the top of your stack, and go back, and now you were able to edit just that one layer that's in your image. Now for a lot of people, again, if you're just starting out using Snapseed, my suggestion would be, get used to opening pictures, which is pretty easy, but then just get used to going through these first couple. Again, don't worry about curves, but detail, this is where you can adjust the sharpness and the structure. But I would focus mainly, just playing around with this. You want to adjust the sharpness a little bit, you could, and again, you can always look at the before and after. To zoom in, you just pinch right on the screen and you can just zoom in, and then use 2 fingers to scroll around. Now I'm using my fingers on the screen, so you just use 2 fingers to scroll around. So we'll get out of here, hit done, and then now let's say you're done, you're ready to export this picture. Come down here to this little share button, and it will be pretty much the same on both Android and iOS, and you just want to hit save. Now there's 3 ways you can save it. You can save it, which will change your the actual iOS picture, right? It will make a copy on top of the picture that's saved to your device. Again, both Android and iOS. You can save a copy, so this would be a new copy that you would save. And the last one is you can export as a JPEG, and when you export it as a JPEG, it saves it as a copy, but you can't undo any of the changes. So if you save a copy and then you're like, oh, I really wanted to change something, you can reopen this picture and your Snapseed adjustments will still be intact. So I would say, use this one. And then of course when you export, let's say you save it to your iOS a camera roll in this case, and let's say I need to post it to Instagram. Well, when I post it to Instagram, it will convert it to a JPEG already. So I would, I would say, if you want to save it, have a separate copy than your original, save as a copy. But typically I just hit save and I'm good to go. Ask me if I want to modify it, say yes, and I'm good. So that is my overview and introduction to Snapseed. This is really high level. Like I said before, we will go into more detail into what some of these edits can do. I'll show you how to create your own preset and then save it down here. There's so much you can do in Snapseed, from making greeting cards to just editing simple pictures like this deer. Thank you as always for watching this video. I do hope you learned something. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. This is the kind of content I want to create, help inspire people to take and edit pictures and videos and share them online. Thank you as always for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.